Hello class, welcome to Jesus Time today. Thank you for joining me again. Let's begin with our Jesus Time rhyme. This is my Bible. I open it wide and learn about Jesus from the words inside. And let's sing through Psalms 56 verses 3 and 4. When I am afraid, I will trust in you. I will trust in you. I will trust in you. When I am afraid, I will trust in you. In God whose word I praise. It's Thursday today, so that means we're going to find the feelings in our Bible lesson. We'll use our drawings from yesterday's drawing time, and we'll talk about the feelings that we found. So the Egyptians were being mean and angry to the Israelites. These Egyptians were treating the Israelites like they're slaves. They made them work hard all day long, and they didn't treat them nicely, and they didn't really get money for their work. They just had to keep working and keep working and keep working. Excuse me. And it was so tough for them. It made them sad and probably mad too. Have you ever felt that way? Has another person ever made you feel mad or sad? Or maybe there's been a time where you've been mean to somebody else. Those feelings don't make us, inside they don't make us feel good, do they? Whether we're angry and mean or sad and mad, that's not a good feeling to hold on to, is it? But God had a plan to get the Israelites out of those situations, didn't he? He used a man named Moses to help the Israelites. And how do you think Moses felt? His job was to take all of the Israelites out of Egypt. His job was to talk to the king of Egypt, the Pharaoh, to get the people to come with him so they could get out of Egypt and move on to their own land. If that were my job and I had to talk to somebody who was being angry and mean, I might feel overwhelmed, like it's just too much. It's too big of a job. How can I handle it? But we know that Moses wasn't alone. God took care of him, and God was with him the whole time he was doing his job. So it was going to work out okay because God had a plan. And then there were the 10 plagues, the 10 things that happened, the bugs that came, the frogs that came, the animals that got sick, and then the people that died. It was a very, very sad time. I would have been afraid and sad, I think, if I would have lived when there were plagues happening. I don't like feeling afraid and sad. I probably would try to hide from it too, just to get away from it. I wonder if any of the Israelites felt like that, or maybe the Egyptians felt like that too, that they just wanted to hide until it all went away. But it finally did all go away when Pharaoh finally said, "Go, get out of Egypt. We don't want you here anymore." And then the Israelites could rejoice and be happy because they saw that God's plan was working. They had a lot of sadness and a lot of hard times before this, but it all eventually led to God getting them out of Egypt and God taking care of them at just the right time. It's hard to know when just the right time is. It's hard to understand that God's got a plan when you're stuck in some of the sad or the mad or the times when you're afraid. But we can still trust, even in those times, that God will get us through to times that are happier, times that we can feel more loved and less afraid. And to help us end on a cheerful note with something happy, I thought we could sing through L-O-V-E, Love. We haven't sung through this one for a while, and I know it's one of my favorites. I thought it would be a great way to end our lesson today. Why does God put a rainbow in the sky? L-O-V-E, love, that's why. Why does God make frogs jump high? L-O-V-E, love, that's why. Why does God give grandmas a hug? Why does God make such fascinating bugs? Why does God put the twinkle in your eye? Love, love, that's why. Why does God send stars at night? Love, love, that's why. Why does God give birds their flight? Love, love, that's why. Why does God give the snail a house? Why does God give a tail to a mouse? Why does God make snow so white? Love, love, that's why. Why did God send Jesus to die? Love, love, that's why. Why on the third day did he rise? Love, love, that's why. Why does Jesus live again? Why did he forgive my sins? Why do I lift praises high? Love, love, that's why. Thanks for joining me today, class. Remember, if you check out our praise song playlist, you can sing along with Karyn Henley as she has a video for that song of hers. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow for our Friday sing-along.